Angeles County, about 30 yards from the 210 and 134 freeway, lies a plot of land. And on this plot of land lives a family. And I'm not talking about the generic LA family. I'm talking about a unique urban agriculture plot known as the urban homestead. Now, on this urban homestead, the family takes pride in producing everything they need on their small plot. Unfortunately, the rest of America isn't as self-reliant as the urban homestead is. And us, as agriculturalists, are required to produce food for the population within urban areas. But as urban areas begin to expand, farmers are faced with a challenge of not having enough land to feed our growing population. Good afternoon. My name is Genevieve Extemp, proudly representing the Fernald FFA chapter. My topic today is urbanization affecting the amount of land available for agriculture use? Unfortunately, urbanization is strongly affecting the amount of land for agriculture use in two ways. The first is directly affecting agriculture, and the second is indirectly affecting agriculture. As we begin to analyze how the urbanization affects agriculture directly, I am immediately drawn to a specific example spelled out in my advanced placement environmental science class. Something we had the opportunity to learn about was the urban sprawl. Now, the urban sprawl is an occurrence that happens in places where urbanization is taking effect. As people within the city realize the need for expansion, they begin to expand into suburban areas and later into rural areas as the city begins to grow and grow and grow. And ultimately, it will take over agriculture land. Now, another example just happens to be a recent controversial issue within the state of California. The state of California is proposing the high-speed rail. Now, this high-speed rail would connect San Francisco to Los Angeles on a train ride that would ultimately take about 2.5 hours. Unfortunately, the government will be using eminent domain to take over agriculture producers' land. Now, this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for the case of urbanization and the need for people to be based in a certain location where their job is often held. The California high-speed rail has already taken away land from farmers, and this will continue to get worse. But now that we know how urbanization directly affects agriculture, we must analyze how it also indirectly affects agriculture. The recent California drought is a great example of this. The Public Policy Institute just published recent accurate statistics based on the amount of water each sector within California uses. 50% of our water goes to environmental uses, 40% goes to agriculture uses, and 10% towards urban uses. Because of this drought, farmers haven't been allocated their intended amounts of water used to keep their crops going successfully. Now, as a result of this, throughout California, farmers are being pushed out of the business because they can't water their land. Almond growers have been extremely affected by this because urban population is growing, and as they grow, they are ultimately the first in line for receiving water within California. Therefore, agriculture and our environment is dramatically affected by this. As one may clearly see, urbanization affects agriculture very, very, very strongly. And it's scary. Being a future farmer, we won't know by the time we get there if we'll have enough land to follow traditional agriculture practices. We must begin to look for new ways, just like the urban homestead did within urban agriculture in the middle of Los Angeles County, by using hydroponics and allowing farmers to be most productive with less. Ultimately, if we follow those practices, we will not let urbanization affect our agriculture uses. Instead, we will adjust to the circumstances and we will feed the world. We will feed the 9 billion people expected by 2050. Thank you.